Here's the truth about boundaries. If you're trying to use boundaries to deal with narcissists, you will fail. I'll say it again. If you are trying to use boundaries in order to deal with narcissistic people, you will fail. Not only will you fail, but you will suffer while you're failing. Why? Because using boundaries or not, you're still dealing with narcissistic people. Listen, anybody who deals with the devil will ultimately play by the devil's rules. Just like anybody who deals with evil will ultimately fall into evil's rules. Anybody who deals with love will ultimately play by love's rules. I want you to keep this principle in mind throughout this message. It's an important piece. Let's talk about why your boundaries fail with narcissists and what it means and what you can do. My name is Kevin and this is The Royal We. Before I continue, I want to let you know that I'm here for your support. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments. In addition to that, I have a brand new life coaching program where I teach every day, Monday through Friday, with a live chat included and all kinds of tools and resources available for you. All of this for only $49 for an entire month. I encourage each and every one of you to get in there. You really can't afford to miss it. Right now, we are talking about boundaries. All right? So let's talk about why your boundaries will fail. Why will boundaries fail with narcissists? Well, understand first and foremost, this is the mindset of a narcissist. Are you ready? The mindset of a narcissist is this. There's no you, there's no me, there is we. And when I say we, what I really mean is there's me and you agree. Now, if you have to rewind that and play it back again because it sounds confusing, then you're in the right spot. It is confusing. And that is exactly how narcissists see the world. There is no you, there is no me, there is we. And when I say we, I mean there's me and you agree, right? That's the narcissist mindset. And so here's what happens when you place boundaries. When you start to stand up and say, these are my boundaries, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. I don't want to be talked to like this. I would rather not deal with that. I'd rather not be cussed at, called names, cursed at, whatever. What narcissists hear is, well, you're different than me. You're an individual. You're standing apart from me. No, you can't do that. It doesn't compute. It doesn't register. It throws them off balance. Not only that, it throws them into rage. Listen, the idea of individuality, of independence, when you are enmeshed with the narcissist, the idea sends them into a rage. How dare you be separate? How dare you be different? How dare you think you're better than everybody else? This is where that statement comes from when narcissists say, you think you're better than everybody else. Humble yourself down. What they're really saying is, you can't differentiate from me. You have to be like me, which means you have to agree with me. This is also now why it becomes so painful as you see that your boundaries are failing with the narcissist. Because what's really happening is as your boundaries are failing, is you're watching the response of these people who are smashing down your boundaries, who are ignoring your boundaries. All it's doing to you is opening your eyes even more to the harsh reality of what you're dealing with. In other words, your eyes are being peeled open a little bit more to what's inside that narcissistic person, that narcissistic mom, dad, husband, wife. You're finally saying, oh my gosh, it's only getting worse. It's not that the narcissist is necessarily becoming a worse individual. It's that you're finally opening your eyes even wider, saying, wow, the level and the depth of the lack of their consideration and care for me as an individual is alarming. It's off the charts. How could this be? That's what you're experiencing. And that's your suffering. So not only are your boundaries failing, but you're suffering because you have to see even more the depths of the lack of their love for you. And it's so painful that you'd probably wish that you could just go back to sleep. Go back to the time in which none of this stuff even existed. Just go back to pretending like it was in the beginning. When everything was just great, when it was nothing but laughter and fun. You're probably saying, please just let me go back to sleep. Let me go back to that It's like that, there's a scene in the movie The Matrix. The guy's like, ignorance is bliss. I would rather just put me back into the Matrix. Put me back to sleep where I can just enjoy the steak and everything tastes good. But here's the problem. You can't go back to sleep. You can't unsee what you've seen. You've seen the nasty, vindictive, manipulative, aggressive, bullying personality and heart of the people or the person you're dealing with. You can't unsee that. You can't go back to sleep now. You only have two choices. It's either set boundaries right now or submit to their oppression and live according to the narcissist's rule and authority over your life. That's your choice. And so what boundaries work? How do boundaries work? That's probably what you're saying, Kevin. This is hard. This is difficult. And I know it's hard. This is not a good message. This is a very difficult message. This is not what you want to hear. Many of you still are kind of half asleep, half awake, and you want to be like, no, I can make it work with my mom and dad. They can't be all that evil. It can't. Oh yeah, yes they can. If Cain can kill his own brother Abel in the ancient literature of the Bible, what's the message being told to you and me? Right? You're being awakened to this reality. So boundaries need to be about you. What do ideal boundaries look like? Boundaries look like you living an authentic life, which means you don't show up where you don't belong. It means you formulate and you come up and you understand and you come to terms and you accept your authentic self, who you are, what your core values are, and you measure that against the entire world. See, boundaries aren't about getting narcissistic people, your family members or whoever, to start to treat you better. Boundaries are about you separating yourself from all these things in the world that you no longer have anything being a part of. You no longer have any business being a part of. That's what boundaries really are. Listen, the Royal We motto has always been narcissistic abuse ultimately is a result of being with people you have no business being with, doing things you have no business doing, going places you have no business going, even if it's your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad. And if you're awakened to the reality that you have no business being with these people, then what are you doing there? Trying to set boundaries up while you are still dealing with these people is the equivalent of saying, I don't want to be around alcoholics, but then going to bars. Do you see how that doesn't add up? Do you see how then the conflict is within you? Do you see how the boundaries you're trying to set are going to fail? Your boundaries are set to fail if you think that you can use boundaries to deal with narcissists. I'm going to add this. Boundaries are meant to protect you so that you can survive and be fruitful for yourself and for the people who you love and who love you. Listen, I'm here for your support. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments. In addition to that, I do have the brand new life coaching program. Get involved right down below. It's only $49 for a month. Right now, we're talking about boundaries this week. So it's a good opportunity to jump in there. And I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. Before I go though, watch this video right here. All right, this video is recommended by YouTube. I think it's gonna be a good video. It's a good option. Check it out. YouTube thinks that it's a good video for you. So I'm gonna be in agreement with that. All right, and I'll be back with more videos for you right here. Watch this.